theme and podcast. I'm going to say it every day, every week.
The IWC triple three-man tag champions right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what we are.
You see it.
Sexiest podcast in wrestling, as far as I'm concerned.
We don't lie either on our podcast, so
Chris Van Vliet ain't got nothing on me.
if we
No
said
lies
it,
in our raps.
How you boys doing?
Oh, I am ready to talk about some wrestling.
yeah, I'm ready to talk wrestle.
Rassle me up. Let's
What
get
is up?
grippy.
B-roll,
Mr. B-roll.
Dad Hat, how you guys
B-roll,
doing?
Dad
Thank you
Hat.
for
What's up,
being
Dad
here.
Mm-hmm. They're ready
We
to
got a
talk
lot to
wrestle.
talk about this week, boys, so I feel like we need to just get into it.
We
got
do.
full
No
plate.
time for small talk. Not time for that. It's time
we
to
ain't
just
got
get into
time
it.
for any foreplay. We're just
Nope.
getting right to it.
Yeah, let's get the warm-up.
Let's get it.
Let's get the warm-up.
All right.
Hot damn.
SummerSlam happened last night.
So real quick,
let's
how do
talk
we
about
feel about it as a whole? How we feeling?
it was an okay show. I'm giving it an okay. It was
I'm giving it like a
light
good.
on exciting moments. The matches were fine. It didn't feel like a SummerSlam to me. It didn't feel big. It didn't feel important. It felt just like a basic PLE.
That's where it is for me. That's it. It didn't have that SummerSlam feeling for me. That you would normally feel like last year's SummerSlam.
Oh, last year's SummerSlam was fire.
Yeah.
Last
So,
year's was
like,
freaky.
So it's kind of like it's definitely not compared to that. It's definitely not compared to the last couple we've seen. So
I'm
I
kind
give it a
of
6.
so y'all see how Mr. B-roll said it was good, but just good.
Yep.
Yes.
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Me and Nick, we were on Discord when we were watching it.
Mhm.
I think as I was watching it, just from my experience, as I was watching it, being on Discord with, Nick and my friends from Virginia, I was enjoying watching it. But I think once it was over with and I thought about it, it was just like, and I think I said this in the chat too. I was like, it was good, but it was. I like Money in the Bank more than I like SummerSlam, and
I'd agree with that.
looking back at last year's SummerSlam, what was the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match, and then you had Logan Paul and The Miz, and there was it felt bigger last year than it did this year, and I enjoyed everything. Like there really was nothing wrong with the pay-per-view to me. It just didn't hit the way that it hit last year, and it just didn't hit the way the last PLE hit.
Right.
But it was still a good pay-per-view, nonetheless. It was still a good show.
You know what the problem was with this SummerSlam?
Was there?
I wasn't there. And that's why.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. You are.
They're
right.
like, well, he's not in the audience, so do we really need to go all out?
I'm thinking about it, and
Who's here to
that
impress,
makes sense. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it, and I'm rolling with you. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a common theme here. And that's what it is.
Which
right
is
there.
I would have to agree.
Yeah.
I feel like your absence is definitely a factor in that, and maybe that's an objective opinion. I don't know, but
It could be bias.
it might be. But I'm noticing a common denominator here, and I mean, what happened last year?
Yeah.
And then what happened compared to what happened to this year?
What's the difference?
Where was it last year?
No, Nashville.
Straight out of Cashville.
Right down the street.
All right, you guys ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Get into it.
Let's talk. All right, we got our card here.
Those are our predictions.
These are our predictions. We were all wrong on a couple things here.
I was wrong on like two things, maybe.
Yeah. We were wrong for Seth and Finn. We were all wrong.
We were all wrong about that.
And then we were all wrong about Asuka and Charlotte and Bianca, too.
Yeah. We were wrong about that.
Right. And we never even talked about Bianca. We can go into
Nope.
it, but we never
Sure.
even considered Bianca as the winner of that
Yeah.
match.
We did not.
Nope, we were all like,
It's
there's no
crazy.
way that Bianca wins. Literally convinced.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't think it was going
The
to be
least
because
that was going to walk out with it.
The reason why I didn't think it was gonna be her was because it was like she just had it for like a year.
Just had it, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, either way.
Yeah.
Right.
Your idea was better, Con, but whatever.
It was.
What do we know? We're just marks.
Right.
You know? Let's
Mm.
talk
This,
about it.
uh,
Good match, but like I still didn't care about it. To be honest with you.
They hyped this up. They got the prime.
Yeah.
They hyped this up to be like a very like kind of viral thing, and it like didn't really have any of that.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was not what I expected. It was a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah,
It was fine.
It was
Let's
a good
talk
match.
about how Logan was dog walking Ricochet the entire time.
For like, yeah, man.
Like Ricochet would get a couple licks in, and then Logan would just go back to fucking walking him. It was crazy.
Listen, I'm a Logan Paul fan wrestling wise.
Me too.
I like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
yeah. It's hard.
And
to
I know,
not like
I know fans try to find their reasons to not. Well, I ain't gonna say they try to find their reasons to not like him. Because like I get it, man. Like I understand that he's done some shitty stuff outside of wrestling. I get it, but because I'm not maybe it's because I'm not fully aware of all the fucked up shit he did. Because I know there's some shit he did after I kind of tuned out of paying attention to him. But I'm able to separate all that shit when he's in that ring. And as a wrestler, I fuck with the guy. I fuck with him, bro. I like him.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah,
the Prime do match his shirt.
It does.
Yes.
Was that on purpose? Did you color coordinate that on purpose?
That was not on purpose at all. I had either a blue or a red one
Reflex.
here, and I was more in the mood for Tropical Punch.
I got you.
So that is the one that I grabbed.
The natural drip.
What was the flavor of Prime you were drinking today? Lemon lime. Okay.
That orange one is good. The orange one is
I don't dislike any of them. The only one that like there's that like white one that's like moon something. That one is like really fucking sweet.
Oh my god.
Really sweet, like almost too much.
The orange one tastes like Sunny D. I like that shit a lot.
Mm.
So as far as like, you know, because I feel the same way. I unfortunately I enjoy Logan Paul as a wrestler. He just has everything you need to be a good wrestler.
Mm.
And while I dislike him as a person for everything that all the stuff we know about what he's done outside of wrestling, unfortunately, we could say that about a ton of people in wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, you could say it about fucking Chris Jericho, Austin Theory. There's a ton of people who are on TV right now who've just done shit things in real life, and it's like any other form of entertainment. We gotta separate the performer from the art, or else it's just gonna ruin it from us. Because shitty people are always going to be in the limelight one way or the other. So, on that
Vince
note,
McMahon runs the company.
Exactly.
What else we got?
What a match!
What happened with this?
I enjoyed this match more than I expected to, and I loved what happened after. Which apparently I read that was not planned.
Yeah,
what happened
evidently.
Oh,
Brock
really?
Brock, I guess, just decided to take upon himself to do that,
Oh
Yep.
wow!
which is even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I knew this match was going to be a really, really good. I mean, I don't think we need to say, you know, again about like what we wanted from the match. I think we're already kind of established that at this point. We got what we got and we enjoyed it. Hearing y'all two talk, clearly y'all enjoyed it too. This was a really good fucking match, man. This is I shit on Brock Lesnar a lot last year because I mean, what Roman Reigns is doing right now is what Brock was doing, and I was so fed up with Brock. I really couldn't stand the sight of him. Hearing his name just really pissed me off. But this year, you know what I mean? We see Brock Lesnar more than we see Roman nowadays.
And he's putting people over all the
This
time.
feud with Cody's
That
probably
is when
the first
Brock
feud
is
in
at
a long
his
time,
best.
probably since Joe, where I've seen Brock actually seem like he's like into it.
Yeah.
So I think that it was the right call to have Cody win, especially this like three-parter. How many matches did him and Seth have? Was it 2 or 3?
3.
I think it's 3. Yeah.
The Hell in a Cell one was the third one. For sure.
Or if you include the run-in on the triple threat.
Okay. So, but yeah, this is a good match, man. I don't really have too much to say. I knew this was going to be a good match from the get-go. And excuse me, the end where Brock, shook his hand and raised his arm. I was saying it last night. That was a passing of the torch moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did anybody get a little bit of is Brock done kind of feeling from that? You know,
I've been hearing rumors of him being done. I think what they're trying to do is what the rumor I've heard is that they're trying to get WrestleMania 41 to Minneapolis so that he can retire there.
Oh,
okay. That's the plan. They haven't really secured where WrestleMania 41 is going to be. So, I mean, that's 2 years from now or a year and a half from now, I guess. So I guess we're still going to get a lot of Brock by that time. He could go back to a part-time schedule as well. So maybe it's not a whole lot to him, but it's a whole lot of time before we get something like that. But that's the rumor I've been hearing.
Yeah. As long as we get the Brock that we've been getting for like the past year or two,
I like this Brock. I like this Brock a lot.
I mean, when you get down to it, I think the thing that most of us disliked, it wasn't Brock, because he's good. It was just the fact that he was just never there, and when he was there, he was just dominating, and it just wasn't interesting. But it's interesting when he's having back and forth feuds, or Brock is at his best when he's selling for somebody, man, because he is just so believable as this monster badass that when he does sell for somebody, like it's huge. It's huge for the match, for the feud, for the person. It's enjoyable.
You saw the way that we popped when I think it was Royal Rumble 2020 when Drew kicked him out of the ring.
Yep,
we went crazy for that shit. We didn't think we were gonna see that.
Yep.
So I think you kind of got to give Brock credit to just how good he is, especially this time around. Because I mean, it was very easy to dismiss.
Yeah.
At least for me, it was very easy to dismiss his, I guess, just him as a wrestler because
Thanks for joining us.
But it was very easy for me to dismiss him as a wrestler and like his credentials, just because I was just so sick and tired of him and his booking.
Right.
But when it gets down to it, like, yeah, bro, like he's a master level seller. He's a master level worker. Like, he's proven that. I'm actually surprised that he hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame yet. Like, I'm surprised that he hasn't. We know that he's like a shoo-in. We know it's coming. I'm just surprised that he has not been inducted already.
How long has he been?
If they're shooting for Minneapolis, that they would probably do it that year.
Probably.
They probably would do it that year.
You was asking what, Nick?
Saying how long has he been wrestling?
Well over 20 years.
Yeah, 2002, I think he debuted, and then he was gone for about 7-ish years, I think.
I thought it was 10.
I don't think, maybe.
I think it was 10.
I don't think it was that long, but he was gone.
I think it was 10, bro.
But the other good thing about this Brock too is Brock, he could literally lose every single match, and it doesn't even matter anymore. Like, he's just at that point in his career, you know what I mean? That
you don't really think about it when he does lose. You don't really think about that.
Yeah,
anytime he shows up, he's so good at being the character that he is, that I'm pretty sure this is probably the most that we've seen him lose, consistently. And every time we show up, we completely forget about it because we're still reminded, like, Brock Lesnar is still a very viable threat.
Yeah. He's always a threat. It doesn't matter how long, how many times he loses. So,
So this is a great match.
Yeah.
The SummerSlam battle. I actually like this better than I thought I would.
Me too. It was more fun than I expected it to be.
Now, I was asking Nick this. The Slim Jim Battle Royale, is this like a thing that they used to do back in the day?
It is.
Okay.
They we'll talk about it later on if we get into headlines. But they signed like a big brand deal with Slim Jim to do things like this and other things, I guess. So
I mean, right after it, they played a Slim Jim commercial with LA Knight
and Bianca Belair. Yeah, I saw it.
So yeah, it was so they signed a big ass deal with Slim Jim. So
I think they've done it before with like Snickers and stuff too. Yeah, didn't they do like a Snickers battle royal at one point or something? So
this one's supposed to be like Slim Jim's supposed to be like a different deal though. It's like one of the biggest like endorsement deals for sports entertainment.
Well, Slim Jim, If you want to sponsor a podcast, this podcast stands Slim Jims. I had a Slim Jim earlier. Got my Macho Man Slim Jim holder.
Yeah, we're pro Slim Jim on this podcast.
Yeah. So if you want to throw a couple bucks our way.
Oh.
Do they have non-beef Slim Jims?
Non-beef.
Yeah. Non-beef.
You hear this guy, Henny?
Why would you want that though?
Beef.
Do you like not
get this guy out of here?
Stuff,
get this guy out of here. We got a ninny. We got a ninny in the podcast.
Do you not have like taste buds or something? Or
we can move on.
LA Knight won. That was the right pick. Yeah. What more is there really to say about it? There was a point I thought that he wouldn't, though. I really did think at one point, oh shit, Omos, they're gonna do this just to
bro. When they brought Omos out, I was like, they're gonna fucking take this away.
Yeah, I did.
Dude, I really was afraid. I was like literally, I was like, yay, Omos, we can't wait. Like, I was like, oh my god, they're really gonna take that shit away from Knight because of Omos.
Omos had me a little shook. I ain't gonna lie. He had me a little shook.
Had me thinking. That's for sure.
Thinking.
Boo.
No, I ain't gonna lie, man. I enjoyed this match better than I thought I would. I thought I wasn't gonna care, and as I was watching it, it's okay.
It was weird, man.
I don't want it to sound like hate. So just give me a minute to figure out how to articulate this.
Okay.
7-minute runtime.
I agree with you, Con. I enjoyed it more than I expected.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all remember when in AEW when they did something? Well, they kind of did something sort of like this with, I think it was Wardlow and Jake Hager.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Now
that was dumb.
That was dumb. Now I know that because this is a wrestling setting, it was going to be. You were going to see some choreographed shit, right? Mm-hmm. But even then, because I ain't gonna lie, the fact that it was choreographed made it look a little cheesy. I still wasn't mad at the match. I still enjoyed what I was watching.
I would prefer to see this in a UFC match, to be honest with you. I think we said that on Discord yesterday. We were like, I would love to see this actually lead into something at UFC, especially since they're the same company now. Yep. You might as well just move them on over, give them a couple months, and then just say, hey, listen, we're doing this at UFC 298 or whatever the fuck, and just do it. Because I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really, like, I don't think anyone's ever seen that before. Mm-hmm. And to make it part of the, the storyline in a sense. And I know these two are actually, like, best friends in real life, so I think, they can carry this out for a little bit, but I don't know. I wasn't too impressed with it. I could just I don't know what it is. I prefer not to see it.
Hamo, do you watch UFC at all?
No. I mean, I did. Like, I was a dedicated fan for a long time, but it's been a very long time since I've watched it.
It's hard to be a fan right now.
Yeah, like I myself am on and off with it, but back when I was living in Virginia, I know me and Nick both used to watch a lot, and we used to bet on a lot of fights. Mm-hmm. So just because of the fact that, like, I mean, we're all like at one point we're actual fans and know what an actual UFC fight looks like.
Yeah.
And again, still being aware that this is wrestling, so it's going to be like choreography. Just some of the punches look really, really weird because it was like work punches and
right.
But I was still rocking with it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I loved the match, but I did like it.
You know what I think probably would have helped this match when it comes to that regard is, and you'll remember this, Con. Mm-hmm. Remember when they did like Lions Den matches?
Yeah,
with like Ken Shamrock and Owen Hart, and they were in a UFC. It was basically a UFC octagon, but they made their own version, the Lions Den. Yeah. I think that would have helped this match. If you had taken them and said, oh, it's MMA rules, but then put them more in an MMA setting, then that, or even that, I don't know if you guys were watching, but they have that, I don't remember what it's called, but they have that weird match in NXT where it's like a cage, but then it's got the thing at the top that you can walk around, and it more looks like a UFC.
I know what you're talking about. They just had that match like earlier this year, I think. Yeah.
But I think if they had brought that, there you go, Jax. Yeah, the fight bit.
There you go, boom. Yeah, because the first thing that I caught immediately, where I was just, it kind of took me out of it a little bit, was that there was no octagon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
MMA rules, but like you're doing it in a wrestling ring. So
right.
Even before the bell rang, I'm thinking like, okay, so there's no octagon, but it's MMA rules. So how is this going to work? So that already kind of threw me off the match a little bit, just seeing it just in a wrestling ring.
Yeah. But I do think that would have helped. If they have just been like, oh, this is a Lions Den match, and they broke that out for the first time in a very, very long time, that probably would have helped it. But overall, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and at the end, I am glad that Shayna won. And I'm hoping that it does lead to something for Shayna, because Shayna has not been used well on the main roster, in my opinion. So
I just remember her coming up from NXT as like she's like this killer, and then when she gets to the main roster,
she's teaming with Nia Jax for some reason.
Yeah. Gunta.
Good match. A lot of slapping. A lot of men slapping man in this match.
A lot of chops.
Men slapping meat.
The thing that I enjoyed about this match the most was that Gunther won clean. There was no fuckery, no interference, no nothing. He beat Drew, and that's the end of it.
That's true.
And I'm sure that there's probably going to be something more with this. I'm sure that this probably is not over in some way.
I hope it is.
I'm actually not sure about that, because from what I've heard about Drew McIntyre, he's supposed to be going to a Roman Reigns style schedule. So, which is interesting. I don't know what happened with that or why that's happening, but he may just be coming in to do one-offs like this and move on. Because this very felt like a one-off, because he just kind of came back and was like, let's do it. And then when they did it. So it was like kind of what it felt like this whole time. Besides the fact that they fought at WrestleMania, but like, that's it. Like, that was 4 months ago. So, or 5 months ago. What was that? I don't know. But yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to continue. I'm kind of with Khan. I don't really care to see it continue.
Yeah,
honestly, Gunther should just walk around and fight jobbers for the next 30 days and get this fucking record here. And then we can figure out what he wants to do next. I really think his next thing should be Sheamus, just because of what we said last week. I really want Sheamus to get that thing. So, honestly, the day after Gunther gets the record, it's all bets off for me. And give it to Sheamus.
Right. I mean, the thing with seeing it again is what I've said a million times. Drew is boring right now. He is stale. Yeah. He needs to change something.
There's not really much I can't say that I haven't already said. It was a good match, but Drew himself, like, just him takes me out the match because, like you said, he's stale. He's boring, man. That doesn't take away the fact that he's a good wrestler, but like, it's just I'm honestly over babyface Drew McIntyre. I'm over that.
Yeah. Yep.
But great match. I'm just
good
like
match.
I want Gunther to break that record and be the longest running IC championship. So however they get him there, like you said, whether have him wrestle a bunch of fucking jobbers for the next 30 days or put him in another, not to put it this way, but just put him in some just meaningless ass feud just to keep him busy, and then have him crack that fucking record. There's a couple. It's not a big list. There's like a few guys I would like to see him defend that championship against before he drops it. But yeah, I wanted to get through this match just to see Gunther retain.
Who would you want to see?
Definitely want to see him and Bobby go at it. I would like to see him have him and Ciampa locked up before for the IC championship. Just for me personally, just me. I would like to see him lock up with Ciampa and Gargano. Even though they're both on opposite shows. I'm just dream matching here. Who else?
And him and Bronson Reed can slap each other around. I'd watch that.
Bronson.
I'm not too invested in Bronson, but
I know. But
and honestly, Bobby.
I don't like big Bronson Reed. I just like Bronson Reed. But.
Street Profits just attacked Imperium the other night, right? So that could lead into that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, I just want to see him lock up with a few other guys before he drops it. And we don't know when he's going to drop it, but
he could have it for a while.
He could have it well longer than the time that he would need in order to break the record. But
that's just me personally. Like if WWE like after that day marks by and he's now the longest reigning, they can do whatever they want. That's just for me. I'm not saying like they could lose it the next day or anything, but he as far as I care, he could lose it the next day.
Sure.
All right. Oh boy.
Why are we doing this? Why did that happen?
All of us are disappointed by this.
This blew me.
This was the wrong call.
Yeah, absolutely the wrong call.
Good match, but the wrong call. And I think we all, I said it, and I think we all agreed Finn's never going to be world champion.
It's not happening, bro.
Perfect time to do it, and they didn't do it. It's not happening. It's over.
Forget about it. Yep. Yeah, forget about it.
It's never happened.
Why would he even be champion after this? It's like there's no argument for it.
No point.
No.
It's just like
this is the most popular and high on the card he has been probably since the Universal title win, and they just went, nope, not doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't. This is the shitty thing about being a wrestling fan is that we can sit there and go, isn't the more interesting story to have Finn win and then what's going to happen between Finn and Damian? And they just went, no, why do that? We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
The more story to me was Judgment Day having all the gold. That was more interesting to me.
Sure.
And it looks like they are going to go the route now with Damian and Finn. That's the only route I can see this going now. Why chop this up, Finn and Seth again? Like, there's no reason for Seth and Finn to fight again.
Yeah,
right.
Like, you're not like it's not like you're not breaking the tie. You're not doing none of this. You're like it's over.
Yeah.
Like Seth beat you twice. Like go move on. Like and now your boy's like not helping you with the briefcase and all that stuff like that. Just I don't know. Breaking Judgment Day at this point.
Even if they went at it again at Payback and say Finn won, I'd be like, I don't even care now. Like, why would you do it at a B pay-per-view instead of 1 month earlier where it would have been a bigger deal, Especially, again, for a show that was low on surprises and exciting moments, this would have been a better choice to just go with Finn here.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're the minority of that, though.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. A lot of people love Seth Rollins. I don't think he needed the championship. The match was great. It was a great match. Let me not take that away. But no,
it was great.
I don't know if we are the minority in this. There is such a compelling story to tell with the Judgment Day and Finn Balor having the championship and Priest making it very clear that he wants that belt and he doesn't give a shit who has it. I think there's a compelling story you could tell there. I think there's a great story you could tell there. I guess WWE doesn't want to tell that story, and if they do want to tell that story, maybe they have a different way of doing it. But this is the way that I envision them doing it, and it didn't happen, and that's fine. That happens in wrestling all the time. I just want to see what happens next with this. Where do they go with this? Because it's just like
that's what I was going to say, Con. I'm interested to see what do they do with these two guys now, and is it going to be more interesting than what we thought was going to happen? Because if it is, then kudos to them. But I don't know. All right, let's move on.
Very surprising.
Did not go the way we thought it would. Well, it did, but it didn't.
It did at the end, but not the way the match ended at all.
Yeah.
No. I think we all pretty much thought EO was coming. And I thought for a split second that EO might not come because Bianca won. Because I just didn't think they were going to do that to Bianca. But I give a lot of praise the fact that Bianca is that established now that where she can have the belt for literally 8 seconds and and be totally fine. Because I don't think it doesn't blemish her for me.
It doesn't hurt her at all.
No, especially not in the way that they did it, she was fighting two people. She got hit with a briefcase twice. She was already injured.
She had a busted leg.
Yeah.
So. And she still won,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
The match was all right. I feel I again, I think I'm going to say this about almost every fucking match, is that I expected more, not going to lie. But it was an all right match.
There was a lot of technical things that were happening during the match where, like, I literally texted y'all about it. Like,
yeah,
it's so glaring to me. Like, mainly Charlotte. Charlotte was missing a lot of, accuse, I guess would be the right word. Just like she's just missing.
She does
like,
it all the time.
Yeah, like I think it was Bianca. Like no, it might have been Asuka, but she flipped, and then Charlotte like a second or two later flipped like with her, and it was just so like off, and it was just so glaring. And I'm not the person to look for stuff like that. Like I don't like looking for mistakes like that. Right. I see fucking people on TikTok doing that shit all the time. Like, oh, new botch. Like, that's so lame. But, like, I just happened to see it and notice it. And it was very glaring to me. And it was throwing me off watching it because it was just, that's all I could see now was her missing shit.
Just like that moonsault to the outside. Completely
I actually love the match. I actually really, really like the match. Despite that. I thought the whole spot with them, with like, you know, Bianca, them taking up Bianca's leg, I really liked that. Mm-hmm. I liked the spot that I guess Charlotte, where she had who was it? I guess she had who did the frog splash onto Charlotte when she was doing the figure eight?
I want to say Bianca.
Oh, yeah, Bianca did the 450 while she had.
Oh yeah.
I like that spot a lot. Yeah. You know, her getting the Asuka in the figure eight, and then Bianca doing the splash under her. I thought that was going to be the end of the match right there.
I did too.
And then I really liked when she was doing the figure eight on Bianca, and then Asuka came in and sprayed the mist in her face. I liked that spot a lot too. I thought that was really, really cool. But yeah, I enjoyed this match a lot. I said it was going to be a match of the night, even though it wasn't as great of a PLE as we had expected and hoped for. This was my favorite match of the night. Hands down.
Can't argue with that. I don't know what my favorite match of the night was, honestly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now. I would probably say Finn and Seth, even though it didn't go the way that I wanted it to.
But I'd probably say Cody and Brock, just because I just feel like there was a lot of, despite having no like stipulation and everything, where like you could really let your anger out, you could really feel the passion in that match. So,
my
favorite one.
We never talked about that. Is there a way we can go back to the Cody and Brock match real quick? We never talked about it. So there was something that happened in that match that I ain't gonna lie, it kind of took me out of the match because it just happened and it went explained. It's that spot with the stairs.
Yeah, yeah. Why was that not a DQ, right?
I saw that, and that maybe y'all help me out. Tell me if I'm nitpicking or not. That bugged the shit out of me for some reason.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Nothing happened, and as much as I enjoyed that,
if the ref wasn't looking right at it, I'd let it go.
Right.
But
he looked dead at him.
Ref was right there,
and he hits him with these stairs, and that I'm just like, how does that fucking? That was. It just took me out of it, bro. Like, it really did take me out of it, and it made me kind of less invested in the match because, like, it just. And then I go online and I see everyone saying the same shit. Like, how is that not a DQ?
Yeah.
And I wanted to text Sean and be like, yo, what kind of match is this? Because he definitely hit him with a weapon.
I think you did text our other group chat about it, though.
Yeah, I was confused.
You were like, is that not a DQ? I was like, damn, I didn't, like, it didn't register to me because I just wasn't paying attention like that. But I definitely watched him hit the stairs. And then you're like, is that not DQ? I was like, oh, it should have been.
That confused me because it was like, like Hambone said, the referee looked dead at him when he did.
Yeah, he wasn't down or anything.
And he just let it rock. No one said anything. So that kind of fucked the match up a little bit for me.
You almost wonder if Cody forgot and just called an audible, and the ref was like, oh, well, he's supposed to win, so that definitely isn't the end. You know what I mean? Like, wave it off or something? Or
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. All right. Let me get my thought off about this real quick, okay? So the Bloodline storyline has been great, the entire thing, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. The ending to this match, for me, I'm no longer interested in this storyline. I feel like the logical thing is exactly what we've been doing this whole time. all right, we're at a point where okay, the Usos they're tired of Roman shit.
Is this a hot take? This is a hot take, or is this just
maybe?
I
don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. But the logical story is all right. The Usos have gotten sick of it, so they're out now, and now it's clear that Solo is starting to think it too. The logical thing is get past this match, do whatever's going to happen with Solo and the family. He leaves, and then we get Roman by himself. Right? That's the whole point. This is the downfall of Roman Reigns. He's got to be left alone at the end. And then he loses his title eventually, right? Jimmy coming back, costing Jay the match, and rejoining the bloodline for me. This is jumping the shark. This is WWE going, we can't end this yet. It's still... It's everybody loves it still. What can we do here? What can we do here? So
now I want to be clear. Not to cut you off. I want to be clear. So did he rejoin? Like, is that like official, or did he just do that on his own?
I mean, I guess we'll find out. But if it is that he's back in the bloodline, okay, I'll take that back then. We'll see what happens on SmackDown. But if on SmackDown the thing is Jimmy's back in the bloodline, then I'm no longer interested in this story.
So okay. So, when we sat here last week and we talked about this match, did we all say that we didn't? Did anyone here think that Jay was going to win?
No,
we all said Roman, right?
Yeah, we all said Roman.
As I was watching this match, I was into it to the point where I would have been okay with Jay beating Roman, right? I'm kind of with Hambone, where I'm not mad at. I guess I'm not mad per se at the end of that finish. That the finish don't really bug me too much, but I think the idea of Jay coming. First of all, I don't want to see Jimmy and Jay feud. I don't want to see that. I really don't. I couldn't really give you a legitimate reason right now. Maybe if I had time to sit on it for a minute, maybe I can give you an episode.
I'm there with you too, Con. Like, we don't need to see every tag team break up and feud.
I don't
I
don't want to see that, bro. Especially with like two legitimate brothers. Like, I don't want to see that. And then on top of that, like I don't want to see somebody rejoin the bloodline. Especially in this stage when I feel like they're supposed to be telling the story of the fall of it. And just last month, y'all said the bloodline's broken up. I said that just last month, and we gotta wait till Friday to find out how it goes. But like, I don't want to see Jimmy back with the bloodline. I don't want to see that. So
that's a step backward if that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
they're stepping backwards now.
Now I'm not mad the way that other fans are.
It's been so successful.
I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it at all. I know there are a lot of fans who are like, "Yo, we're over this shit," and I guess at this point, I really can't blame them. But the finish doesn't bug me, but I am starting after the finish. The finish don't bother me, but the finish is making me lose interest in this story.
I disagree right now.
Let's hear it.
This whole thing has been long game. And unfortunately, we're not even 24 hours from this happening. So it's really hard to kind of dissect what just happened.
Fair.
That being said, I think we're going to learn at least a little bit as to why Jimmy did what he did. I don't get it right now, and I think I'm with you guys right now, but I'm saving a lot of my I'm done with this before I hear what's going on because we've been mad at this storyline a couple times, and then they just kind of they bring us in a little bit more, they tell a little more of the story, and then we're just sucked right back into it. This has happened to us a couple times in this storyline.
That's true.
I don't want to just jump right on the emotionalness of it yet, just because I feel like somehow, some way, this gets explained. However, if this does end up being where Jimmy comes into the bloodline, I might be with you. I don't want to see this go back and forth.
Yeah.
The only reason the only thing I think what's actually happening, if I'm going to make any type of prediction, I don't think Jimmy's joining the bloodline again. I think Jimmy's going on his own path, but for some reason he's mad at Jay.
Right.
So this has nothing really to do with Roman, and a lot more to do with his angst towards Jay for the reason we're going to hear later on.
Well, y'all remember that segment they did I don't know how long, maybe a couple months ago. And this
Jimmy
is why
was mad at Jay for being main event.
That's what I think about.
Yeah.
So
and if that's what it is on Friday, all right, cool.
Yeah,
but
I'm cool with that.
I'm all right with that. I'm back in the bloodline, and here's why. I'm out.
That's okay. So Hambo picked up what I'm putting down. So like if it's that, you know what I mean, where he's just because remember at that promo it was like I think he even admit like, you know, he didn't want Jay to get that championship. If it's that, like if that's like just his own personal thing, still don't want to see them feud, but I could get behind that. But if it's Jimmy coming back and being like, yo, I'm back and I'm acknowledging my tribal chief, I don't want to see that.
Right. Yeah.
The only reason
I actually wouldn't mind a feud between them, but it's not something I want to see long term. I don't want to see them have a feud with each other and then they're single stars now. That I don't want to see. We're gonna feud with each other now because Jimmy's kind of jealous of Jay, and we're gonna do that for a few months to kind of get them away from Roman, but still keep this bloodline storyline going in more ways, and then maybe they come back together at the end once they figure it out and fight each other a couple times. Okay, sure, I'll watch that. I'm down for that. But like you said, if Jimmy says, "Hey, I acknowledge my tribal chief Roman Reigns again on Friday," I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, I'm very big into letting the wrestlers do what they want, and I've definitely seen interviews where Jimmy and Jay have talked about they have this pitch of them fighting each other or getting in a feud with each other. So if this is something they want to see and this is something they've worked on, I definitely want to see what it is they think would be really cool. And I really think it'd be a really good match and really good feud and have a lot of emotion to it. I don't want to see it long term, like you said, where it just kind of splits them up for good. I don't think a lot of people are invested in them on their own. Not to say that they need each other, but they need each other. So, like, I just think they're better together.
Yeah. I'm not interested in an Uso singles run.
Really honest. I think we already said this about Jay last week, you know, with the idea that he becomes champion. Okay, then what? And that's the same with the Usos breaking up to me. If they have a feud and then they break up and go off by themselves, okay, then what?
Next? What do we do next?
You got to keep up the momentum, and I don't see how you could. They would have this feud that would be kind of like a B storyline to this, you know, bloodline thing, and then as soon as
a spinoff, if you will.
Yeah, it's a spinoff, right? And then as soon as that's over, what are they going to do? It's not going to be. It's going to be just like with Sammy and Kevin. Sammy and Kevin got out of the bloodline storyline, and now they're just kind of there.
Yeah. Are they still killing it? And in my opinion, still killing it. But like, they're just kind of
they're just not what they were while they were in that storyline.
The toy's not as shiny.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's SummerSlam, boys. So overall, actually, let's take a look at this.
Oh yeah, these are our predictions. So I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm keeping like a whole like Excel sheet of all our predictions. So we were all 6-2 this week, and then these totals next to our names are from WrestleMania and SummerSlam. So Hambone's in the lead with 14-8.
Nice.
And I'm at 11-11, and Con is at 12-9. So
what do I win?
We don't know. Maybe we'll get you a bell or something.
Said that we were going to come up with something.
Get you a big old pretzel.
Oh, I do like pretzels. I only like soft ones, though.
That's not hard. Don't get a big hard one. That's gross.
Yeah, like a nice
big fucking hard sourdough fucking pretzel. That's nuts.
A crunchy ass pretzel.
Yeah, dry. Just dry. Like a nice moist one, you know. So
Annie Ann's.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Side quest. Love Annie Ann's, right? Who the fuck doesn't, right?
Me too, bro.
Annie Ann's delicious. So Vicky, my wife, she decides one day, I'm going to try to figure out how to make these. She fucking makes them, taste exactly alike.
No way.
Now we can't go to a family function anymore without people being like, bring those pretzels. Because
Funny
she
you say that.
made them one time and fucking made them just perfect. Tastes just
Funny
like
you say that
How many days ago?
because when Sheila and I got our first apartment back in 2018,
Mhm.
we moved in this apartment with my sister, and she did the same thing. I personally like the cinnamon sugar pretzel bites.
Mhm.
Big fan of those.
Oh yeah.
And Sheila took it upon herself to say, "Hey, I'm gonna learn how to make them." And she used to make them all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And she would make them in this big ass metal bowl, this big massive ass bowl. And when we would have friends over, she'd put the bowl on the table and she'd say, "Have at it."
They're
Yeah.
so good, dude. They're
Yeah, it was
so
delicious.
fucking good, dude.
And then you know what else we did? So we
So-
made, every now and then we'll make the cinnamon sugar ones too. And what we'll make is a Dunkaroo dip for them.
Glaze.
Ooh, a Dunkaroo dip. Interesting.
So,
My old nickname was Pretzel Poppy once upon a time.
Yeah.
oh,
So I was big into pretzels. Anytime I went out anywhere, I had a bag of pretzels with me. So,
Oh, because he no, look, he just said that we were talking about in the ends. He said that his wife took it upon herself to attempt to make them, and he said that she smoked it.
She killed it.
And I told him that you used to do that at Magnolia.
Did you tell him this is your third time bringing it up this weekend?
Oh, now he knows.
I didn't hear that.
This is because me and her mom have both been talking about, like, we've been asking her, like, yo, can you make that? Can you make that? This is my third time. This is the third conversation we've had about it.
hey, you got to make them at the end of the month too, Sheila, because
Nick and Kat and one of our best friends, Jeff, they're coming down. So like, yeah, Sheila has to definitely make those.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get back to the wrestling. We got some headlines, boys.
What do we got?
Look at them.
Oh, this is the next pay-per-view.
To Wembley.
They've announced a couple matches already.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
is nice.
Do we have a card at all that we can pull up or not?
I have 3 matches I can just tell you, but they don't have like a card yet.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. So we have CM Punk and Samoa Joe apparently was made official.
Yeah, which is interesting. But okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
I saw it on the official Wikipedia page. I'm not really sure if it's really official.
Mhm.
I mean,
but
Joe called him out, so they're
Joe
going to
called
make
him out.
it.
I just finished Collision. I saw it. I'm with it. It's going to be at the Wembley, so I know we're going to get a really good fucking match.
Yep.
So you won't hear me complain.
Yeah, I mean,
we
I'm
also
down
have-
for the match. I just think it should have been Punk and Ricky. I think it should have been here, not on Collision, but that's fine.
I don't know what's going on with Ricky Starks, but that's probably another topic for another day. FTR versus the Young Bucks, which I'm very looking forward to. I think
That's announced too.
Yep.
That was announced.
Okay.
Yeah, FTR challenged them during Collision last night too.
Okay.
And I'm very excited about that, especially since we're gonna see Young Bucks versus the Hardys next week. So that's gonna be dope too. And then we have
almost
MJF
feel
versus
like
Adam
it's going
Cole.
to turn into a triple threat.
I
Hardy
would love
plus
that.
FTR.
And I got a hot take, fellas. You ready? I got a hot take. This is just me, but I feel like to add on to that tag team triple threat idea, let's do something that we haven't done before. Let's make it a triple threat tag team match, but like let's put something in there that like ups the ante of the ladder match.
Are you suggesting a stipulation?
Yeah, like a stipulation. Like I feel like we should take, and this is like hold on, just
getting hot.
You're
Follow
getting
me, fellas.
all boned up right now.
Follow me, fellas. Follow
Getting
me,
hot.
fellas. Just hear me out. So I think that like, because I want to do something that wrestling like hasn't really done before. So like, I want to take these 3 tag teams, right?
Right.
And I want to take the tag team championship,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to like put it on something,
Mm.
or like a
Like
bubble,
what?
like a
Tell me
bubble.
what it is.
Nah.
Oh, you wanted a pie?
Nah. Just let me cook.
Okay.
So like, we take these belts
I'm getting
and
hot.
we just like put them above them somehow, right?
Mm.
And
Okay.
maybe we get like maybe not like a table, because like I feel like a table would be too flimsy for them to stand on.
Mm.
Not a chair. Chair's not tall enough.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
A ladder, maybe. I don't know. No, ladder's fucking stupid.
No.
Um,
I think I like it. I think I see where you're going. I see the vision.
You're fucking with the ladder.
Yeah, I do like the ladder.
Okay, cool. So then fuck it. Why not? We take the ladder and we just put that as like the stipulation of the match, right? And like what do you do with ladders? You climb them, right?
Yeah.
So you take the
Generally.
ladder. You take the ladder and like you just climb up the ladder, right? And it can be one guy, it could be two guys, whatever. It's wrestling. You can do what you want. Go crazy, go nuts. But like they're on the ladder and they're trying to get to the belt, and one guy just grabs it, and whoever grabs it and gets the belt off, I don't know, fucking harness or whatever, that's the winner. I don't know, bro. Like,
you know what? I'm just gonna say something. I think you might be a fucking genius.
No, really.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm hot and bothered.
Nick just had to turn a fan on,
guys,
so you got him all riled up.
Hey, I feel like you guys are just being nice. You're good guys. You're great co-hosts.
Listen, man.
I don't know. I got crazy ideas. I like to do a little fantasy booking sometimes. I don't know. I guess you could call it like a ladder match. I guess. We'll work on the name. We'll work on the name. Cool.
Yeah. Something like LTC or LCT. I don't know. We'll get there. We'll figure it out.
Wait, hold on. LTC.
Yeah.
L for ladder.
Right.
T for table.
See where I'm going. Yeah.
You want to put tables, ladders, and chairs in this match.
Oh my.
Oh, you're wild, bro. All right. Okay. All right. I mean, whatever. Okay. Well, we can make it work, I guess.
And what do you think we call that, though? CTL. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
PYT.
We'll work on it.
You tell me if you have any ideas, Con, because
I got you. I'll text you.
You seem like an idea guy to me.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
This bit's going on a long time.
I'm about to look at the comments, see if it's working. It's not working. No.
All right.
No, I'm with you.
What was it? Wait, what was the third match you said was official?
MJF and Adam Cole.
Oh yeah, right.
That's the first one they announced.
So clearly we're getting Jeff Jarrett and Grado. So
yeah, we're getting that too. Oh, Jeffy and Grado.
Oh, Double J. You all can be haters all you want, but Double J's on your screen, if you like it or not.
I low-key forgot he worked for the company.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Broken neck?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Damn.
I don't want to be this guy, but I'm not really concerned with Kyle O'Reilly.
Wow. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly was always my least favorite part of, the Undisputed Era, although
really,
as a fan of Ring of Honor, from the start, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish as the tag team in Ring of Honor entertained the shit out of me. But
what we call Red
Kyle
Dragon.
O'Reilly was never really that Kyle O'Reilly again after that,
I like when they would say, O'Reilly. But yeah, I mean,
this
you
never want to see
this
this.
Is bad. Like, this sucks for him. Like, this sucks for him. Like, I'm not, like, I don't want to be, like, an asshole, but, like, oh, no.
You don't care. And it's fine to say.
No, it sucks for him. Like, I don't want to see anyone get hurt. Like, but.
Yeah, well, soon, but you don't care. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cry over this.
Yeah.
I will cry over Big E, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
This is I put this in here because
Superstar Spectacle.
I hate this name.
Superstar Spectacle.
I was going to say, why did you put it in here, Nick? Because, I mean, okay, they're going to India.
Straight up, just hate the name.
Okay. Let's move on.
Terrible fucking name. They did this a couple years ago in 2021, which I don't even remember. And I hate it.
Is it worth?
Listen, bro, they give overseas the worst names for pay-per-views as possible.
I was gonna say, what was the last Saudi show? It wasn't Crown Jewel, but there was another one. It was
Crown Jewel is okay. Crown Jewel is okay. I don't know the other like Clash or something. No, that's Clash of the Castle. That's our.
I forgot. I know what you're talking about. They did another one in India. I know what you're talking about, but I forgot what it was called.
Terrible fucking. Was it Dubai?
I gotta look it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Dubai WWE.
Man. And I hate it.
I fucking hate it, dude. It's awful.
Oh man.
I don't even know.
Super Showdown.
Yeah, boo.
2019 and 2020.
Boo.
Yeah, boo.
Oh god, bro.
Bruh, it's a terrible name.
Like
You know what it seems like to me, and this is probably weird, but like, you know when like you like say something in like a different language and then you translate it to English, and like it doesn't really make sense in English all the way.
Don't hit the same.
That's what this feels like. It's like they came up with something in whatever the language is in India. I'm not gonna try to even guess, but they made something up in that. They're like, oh, this is the name, cool, and then they flipped it, and then this is what it is in English. Yes, air horns. No, fuck this, dude. It's a terrible name, but here we go in September.
Star Spectacle.
And that's right after Payback, too. That's a week after Payback.
But what if it is a spectacle? What if it ends up being a...
Yeah, what if it is? What if you're wrong?
Yeah.
If they just called it Spectacle, I'd be more happy about it.
Wrong.
I could be wrong. I don't
know. Like this, but hold on, Nick. Just let's think about this here. These are superstars.
Y'all trying to sell me on this name?
Hold on, I want you to just look at it from a different side.
Oh, okay.
These are superstars, are they not?
Allegedly.
Okay, they're superstars, right? Let's just say yes. Let's just say yes, right? Hold on. Let me cook. Hold on. Let's just say they're superstars, yes.
Sure.
Now, what if these superstars show up to this pay-per-view and it is a spectacle? What do we do then?
I think some of them are a spectacle, but most of them are not.
If you went to a live show,
some of them are superstars and some of them are not.
Let me throw something at you though, Nick. If you went to a live show, right, and it had a ton of people, bright lights, pyro, loud music,
an audience,
and
a live audience,
a live performance of people in elaborate costumes, would you or would you not classify that as a spectacle?
You know, I think it's a great name. You know, I think the name.
Hey, you don't got to sell us. Don't sell it to us.
Title. Oh no, you guys sold me. No, I'm all in now.
We turned them, Con. We turned them.
It's amazing.
We got them.
It's a great name. India should be proud to have it. It's a great honor for them to have such an awesomely marketed pay-per-view PLE in their place of residence. I love it. They should love it. It's great. It's gold. Love it.
Well,
Can't wait to go to Hyderabad.
Can't wait.
This is going to be at 12. Oh, no, that's 12 Indian time, I guess.
Indian time?
That's like 12. It says Friday, August 4th, 12 p.m.
Yeah.
So what is that, like 4 in the morning for over here? What is that?
Probably.
Not too sure.
I would love to know what that is.
I think it's time to move on.
Let's do it.
We talked about this. I don't really feel like we need to go over it again. But,
That
Slim Jim, if you want to sponsor us, get at your boy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put your logo right where our logo is.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
This shit was crazy. This is wild. This is fucking wild. 45 years in prison.
No, what's even wilder? Just before all this happened, he got on TikTok and all the Wrestle Talkers were trying to get him for an interview.
Really?
And now, here he is.
Fuck Wrestle Talkers.
Wow.
Wow.
Hot take. Most of you guys are bad.
Wow. Well, good way to.
Hold on. I got a hotter take, bro. Most of you Wrestle Talkers are fucking annoying. Hold on, real quick. I got a hotter take. Most of you Wrestle Talkers are fucking annoying.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all are really goddamn annoying.
That's a better word for it, honestly.
A lot of y'all are really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Shit, don't get me wrong. I know I'm me. I know I can be annoying too, but goddamn, some of y'all are really fucking annoying.
Just because you have an opinion doesn't mean it is the opinion. Just because you make content doesn't mean it's good content.
And some of y'all are stupid. Some of y'all are really dumb. Some of y'all say really dumb shit.
Some
That's
of
why
you
I
guys
be
base
replying
your
to some of
entire
y'all's comments. That's why sometimes I don't say nothing in y'all's comments, bro. When I post these videos and y'all say something and y'all want me, I don't say shit because goddamn, y'all are dumb. Fuck. Anyway, Teddy
Ambo's so
DiBiase.
mad because he has a lot of bridges.
Well, I'm not going to clip this part and put it on TikTok. That's for sure.
Definitely not.
We're down to 0 viewers.
Oh, you're not?
We're down to 0
no.
viewers.
Oh, man. Oh, I kept it too real.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
I kept it too real. Got it.
Yeah, no.
He's going to jail. Anyway.
Yeah, bro. He's going down, bro. Did y'all see that video of that like reporter that walked up on him when he was coming out of church or something like that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He didn't want to answer no questions, bro. This was wild to read. This is really wild to read. Because I think the last time I saw Ted DiBiase before this, he was doing like, them like seminars where like they give people tips on how to do like entrepreneur type shit. And that's the last time I heard from him. And then the next time I heard from him after that was this shit. So yeah, he going down.
Crazy how many church people do bad things, huh? Isn't that weird?
A little odd.
Fraud.
Yeah. This is where I cry.
I had to touch on this.
Kyle O'Reilly, but this is where I cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the faith because I was telling Nick this too, and I know we know this, but I'm gonna keep the faith because we saw this happen with Saraya, Bryan Danielson, and although Saraya's not wrestling like that, we saw this with Saraya, Bryan Danielson, Edge, and they did come back. So I'm gonna keep the faith, even though this is discouraging and this is disheartening. But I'm gonna keep it optimistic. I'm gonna keep it positive for Big E because I just love Big E. Yeah.
Well, I mean, my keep it positive is if this is the case, that sucks. But let him be a manager. Put him on in the commentary booth. Just put him on my fucking TV.
Give him something.
Give him something. There's a way to put Big E on my wrestling TV.
Yeah, I think there's a place for Big E in wrestling, even if it's not in the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna take it one step further and just tell Big E to do whatever it is Big E wants to do. If he doesn't want to be on TV ever again, that is his fucking prerogative, bro.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, if he doesn't want to be there, sure. Yes, absolutely.
Because I think at this point, where I've seen him on so many up, down things he's done with Xavier Woods and stuff like that, I feel like at this point he could be on TV, and they either don't know what to do with him or he chooses not to be, and that's totally fine with me. If he doesn't want to be there, he should not be there.
Sure.
But if he does want to be there, he absolutely could be a manager. He absolutely could just come in there and fucking make us all laugh every now and then. That'd be great.
Yeah. As always, when we talk about Big E, I'll say it all the time. I miss you, Big E, and I hope you're having a good day.
Me too. Yep. What is next? This is interesting. This is very interesting to me. I have a hot take, by the way, about this. I think this has everything to do with how the company feels about Kevin Patrick.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't think that's a hot take.
Wait, tell me why.
I'll tell you why. Because
I don't pay attention to Kevin Patrick. I kind of block him out. So tell me why.
I don't think anyone does, and here's why. Because if they had felt any sort of way about Wade Barrett, they would have moved Corey Graves to SmackDown, or they would have done something else. I know they like Corey Graves because they have him on every PLE. I know they like Wade Barrett because they didn't replace him. This seems like they're making Michael Cole do double duty, not to spite Corey Graves and not to add to Corey Graves. They're adding to Kevin Patrick.
Because who the fuck else can do it?
Yeah. And Kevin Patrick, in my opinion, should just go back to the backstage if they don't like him. I don't know why they want to make this work. But I don't think this has anything to do with Corey Graves. This definitely doesn't have anything to do with Wade Barrett. And they're adding Michael Cole to the Kevin Patrick show.
Yeah. I mean, if you're asking me, I know that you two don't really watch NXT, but Vic Joseph is the announcer on there with Booker T, and he is excellent. They should just put him on Raw Put Kevin
Amazing.
Patrick down on the developmental brand and let him fucking develop like the other talent there.
Hambo, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Be as honest with me as you can because you know both of these names. I'm gonna say two names and you tell me which one you prefer.
Okay.
As the commentator. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Kevin Patrick
Mm-hmm.
or Mike Adamle.
Oh.
Yeah, look, you know Soda, but I fucked you up. You know Soda, but I fucked you up.
It's got to be Kevin Patrick. Good God. Mike Adamle was
so bad, bro.
So bad. And then they doubled down and said, no, make him the GM.
Make him the GM.
Put him on TV even more.
Bruh. Mike Adamle, as a commentator, as an on-TV personality, was as interesting and as compelling as a wet sock.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to make a joke. I'm not trying to get laughs. That was a boring motherfucker, dog.
He had the personality of a piece of cardboard.
Bruh.
Yes.
Here's another fucking idea. Where the fuck is Mauro Ranallo?
I don't think.
I don't know if he would have come back to WWE.
I don't think he wants to.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the full story about all that.
Yeah.
But I know he's walking around with no job.
Yeah. I feel like he probably had too many bad experiences there to even want to go
I think
back.
so too. Listen, me and Sheila, we are a pro Mauro Ranallo household.
Yeah.
Love
He's awesome.
Mauro Ranallo.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome.
I think WWE fucked up letting go of Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips was a great announcer. And now he's an Impact.
I forgot about Tom.
Yeah.
Forgot about Tom.
Who was the guy that was here for like a brief minute, but he's like mainly a UFC guy?
Oh, that Jimmy Smith?
Yeah.
I forgot about Jimmy Smith. They didn't like him either.
I didn't like him.
No.
Yeah, they wasn't fucking with Jimmy either.
Yeah,
I would say he was really right there with Kevin Patrick, just in a different way. Kevin Patrick knows wrestling. He's just not that great at the announcing. Well, Jimmy Smith was the other way. He was a good commentator, but he didn't know wrestling well enough.
Yeah. I've never even like had an opinion on Kevin Patrick, but I just feel like, and honestly, I don't really like Wade Barrett either. But if they like Wade Barrett, then I like Wade Barrett. It's fine with me. I don't know enough about Wade Barrett, and you know I don't know enough about Wade Barrett. I know he used to wrestle.
You don't need to know nothing about him, about his commentary. What don't you like about his commentary?
Yeah, let's speak up, motherfucker. What do you like about him?
Yeah.
What did Stu do to you, nigga?
I don't believe
him.
And
we're off YouTube.
My fault.
I don't believe
him. You really don't like Wade, though?
I don't believe him.
What do you mean?
I don't believe him when he speaks because they do the whole thing where Michael Cole's on the face side and Wade Barrett's on the heel side. I don't really believe him when he talks.
I can see you there. Okay,
I guess I get that.
Yeah,
I believe Corey Graves. Like Corey Graves loves those fucking heels. He fucking loves those guys. I don't believe him. I don't believe Wade Barrett when he says that shit.
Okay,
and he's new. So I'm giving him time, but he's not that new. Like he's been around for at least a year. So
he ain't new period. But
yeah,
he was on NXT for a while. They brought him up from NXT to take over on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember him on NXT though.
Yeah. So I think that's how he came back as a commentator for NXT.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Yeah, I just don't. And also, like, he'll never be Pat McAfee for me. So, like, I love Pat McAfee. So
that's true too.
Literally, put Pat McAfee with Michael Cole on Raw, and then put Wade Barrett with Corey Graves, and you got a happy medium for me. I'm with it.
Is Pat even coming back?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
As far as I know, probably not. He literally has like his podcast got picked up by ESPN to be their daytime show. Like, he's. I don't think he's coming back. I wish he was, but I don't think he was.
Yeah.
Text here. You guys want to do some drip or drag?
Yeah.
Take a look at some stuff and see what we got.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's judge
these merchandise creators of WWE and AEW.
Let's judge designers.
Whose is this? AJ's?
This is AJ Styles.
This is his new one?
He's the leader of the pack.
This is his new one?
Yeah.
It's a drag for me, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
Con, it's the leader of the pack. We'll move
That's
on.
what you did there. That's what you did there. Yeah. Let's move on.
That's an inside joke I didn't get.
You don't. I promise you, bro. It's not an interesting one.
It's so old. It's such an old joke.
It's not an interesting one.
This comes off real Andrew Tate alpha male to me. So
this is very tap out to me, man.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
isn't it?
This is very like all black Dodge Ram to me, you know?
Okay.
There's a I don't know, maybe y'all know it. So when I was working, a little side quest here, I used to work at a cemetery. I think y'all know that. I used to work at the cemetery, and my supervisor, because there's two sides you work on. There's a cremation side and then there's a casket side. I worked on both. I started off in cremation, moved over to caskets. Casket side, there's this guy there. His name was we had two guys there that were named Steve. So to differentiate them, we called one Big Steve and one Little Steve because, obvious reasons. Big Steve was like a really big fucking guy, and then Little Steve was like shorter than most guys. So that's how we differentiated them. Little Steve was a supervisor. This shirt, when I see this shirt, it reminds me of this ringtone that Little Steve would have. Nick, I'm sure you know. In Virginia, there's a town called Culpeper.
Mm.
And, yeah, Culpeper. The people that live there, when you think of Culpeper, like if you think of Culpeper, and you think of the type of people that live in Culpeper, you are right to think that. So Lil Steve had this ringtone. I think it was Blake Shelton, and it was a song. It was a song. It would ring, and it would just be like, "This is God's country." This shirt gives me that vibe.
Yeah.
So is this like try that in a small town kind of vibe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is very
Is
Jason.
that what this is?
This is very Mission Barbecue vibes.
Is this this is giving me Back to Blue vibes.
It is blue too. It does
Yeah.
look like that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird,
This
dude.
is very Blue Lives Matter. This
It's a
T-shirt,
drag, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
this T-shirt
Oh,
is very,
yeah.
very Blue Lives Matter, bro.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, AJ. Back to blue.
This ain't it, AJ. This ain't it, bro.
Blue lives.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Uncle
So
Alan.
where is this a drag across the board?
This is a drag.
All right, bet.
This is a drag.
Sky blue.
Yeah,
Yep.
This is hers.
Yep.
it is. This looks like a shirt you get at Target for your back to school kid who's 10 years old.
Yep.
Now hold up. I'm not a sky blue fan at all. I really don't care for her.
Neither am I.
But
I don't.
I feel like you could freak this and make this really hard with the right fit. I think there would have to be more. The shirt itself, this is probably the first time since we did this. I don't know if this is a drip or a drag on its own. I really don't know.
Okay.
Because when I look at that T-shirt, that's the type of T-shirts I like to wear. So just looking at that, I already like the T-shirt design. That, I mean, the logo itself or whatever it's not bad to me. I just think that if you put on the right pants, the right shirt over it, and the right shoes, I think that this could actually be a pretty fire fit. So I don't love this shirt. I don't know if this is a drip or a drag. You know what I mean? Like it's not a drip for me, but it's not a drag.
So this is a drag for me, and it's because I'm kind of in the same vein as you, Con, whereas I feel like they were going in the right direction with this, but they didn't pull it off. I think what would have made this cooler, instead of just slapping a photo of her on there and some, random graffiti font, if they had made this kind of look more like a weathered 90s vintage shirt kind of way for it.
Yeah.
Then I
Or
think it would have been way better.
if they want to go edgy, and this is just something I would do, if they want to go edgy, obviously we see Sky Blue. Clearly we know why she's popular, because she has a fat ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that like if you go on like on the Instagram or Twitter, you see like these AEW like women wrestlers, they'll post their own little personal like sexy photos and shit.
Mhm.
So for Sky Blue, if they wanted to go edgy, make the t-shirt black. Let's stick with your idea, the weathered old 90s look. Let's have an ass shot of her, maybe of her like, you know, at the beach or something or whatever. And make that look like this picture like this, make that into like make it look like a Polaroid photo.
Yeah, I'm with
I
you
think
there.
I think that'd be pretty hard.
My biggest gripe with this, besides the fact that the graffiti is just kind of really played out for me.
I think so too.
The fact that it's squared off at the bottom and on the side, that's really fucking with me.
Mm-hmm. It looks like they just slapped a sticker on it or something.
Yeah, and then they just cropped it. Yeah, like they just cropped it. It's weird to me. Like they easily could have just like brought that paint down and made that like rounded out that the dots on the side there.
Yep.
They just didn't. And honestly, like if you didn't know who she was, you had no idea what the shirt is, which might not be a bad thing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
If I'm at a thrift store and I see that, I might not buy that.
Yeah.
I might not. On top of that, the designs they used on this is so generic.
Yep.
You could make the same exact t-shirt for Mia Yim. And I don't think you could spot much of a difference.
You're right. Yeah.
You could change the colors and make this shirt for anybody.
Basically.
I mean, literally. I mean,
like if you make this black and yellow, and slap Eddie Kingston on there, that could be his shirt.
Throw red, white, and blue, and it's John Cena.
Or Cody.
Yeah.
Like you can make this for anybody, and that's just like where it's like this is this generic design.
So I'm not sure about this one. I'm not.
It's an Echo shirt, Echo Unlimited.
Ooh.
Remember that?
Oh yeah. I was
I'm not hating on that.
I was an Anichi kid myself.
Wait, is that how you said it?
That's how it was always pronounced to me. So
ENYCE, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Me and my boy Jeff, we used to talk about that. We were like, bro, how you say it? I thought it was Ansei.
Well,
I thought it was just NYC.
And also, we talked about this. You and I talked about this at one point, Con.
I think we did.
It's Anichi, and I'm telling you it's Anichi because I worked at Against All Odds. So
okay, all right. So wait, no, like hold on, genuinely, like for real, that's how you say it, Anichi.
Yeah, that's what we always called it. So
okay,
yeah,
Anichi, gotcha. Okay.
I thought it was just supposed to be NYC because it had NYC.
We thought that too, though. We thought it was NYC too, though. So it's Anichi. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. All
right.
What else?
Let's take a look at the next.
Nah, that's a trash.
It's kind of the same thing as the sky blue shirt.
Same thing. This is all that they're putting out. Slap a picture of them on it, put some generic font on it. We're done. Charge $30 for it.
Trash, bro.
Look at that.
That's
almost
$36. Go fuck yourself.
And it's long.
Almost $40. $40 with tax and shipping for this shirt.
Nah, that ain't that, bro.
No.
You know that shirt might be $9.
Word.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm good. This is straight up. Like I don't even want to dissect this. This is just bad.
Yeah. Let's look at the last one. Now this I like.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah. Okay.
See, this is not squared off. See, it's like kind of just like it's got squares, but it's not squared off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's not just a square image thrown onto a fucking t-shirt. This is real.
It's purposeful here, where before it just looked like they cropped it, which is different. Right. I like the look of it. This is like that. It's got that early '90s feel to it. I like the animation style. So I like
I would make the sleeves still short sleeve, but I would make them just a little bit longer. But that's really my only thing. Other than that, this is a drip for me.
Yeah.
Only like I said, only thing I would do is just make the sleeves just a little bit longer, but this is a drip.
I'd probably wear some sort of jacket or a flannel over it with it open.
Mine would be a very jacket, very jewelry heavy fit for this shirt.
Yeah.
It's $20.99 with Spear 25 code. I thought that was funny. I don't know why.
Spear 25. Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
That's the Fanatics code they have.
Edge 25 years. Maybe. Probably, yeah. 98. Be 25 years. That's probably where it came from.
Maybe it was.
All right. You know what time it is, right, guys?
I believe so.
Let's talk about segs.
I want to have
Let's talk about sex.
intercourse with you.
Ooh, yeah. Intercourse with you. Relations.
I don't know why I like these
That's a lot.
that Alpha Academy are wearing, but I was digging them. There was something again where there was something very new generation, early '90s WWE about it, about the colors, about the big ass stars, and I was just into it. Yeah. I liked it.
I like it, and I like that they're starting to gel as like a group.
Yeah.
Still not all the way sold on Maxine, but I do like what she brings to Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
This is I like this. This is a drip.
Yeah. I think, Alpha Academy had gotten over pretty well beforehand, just mostly because of how good and entertaining Chad Gable is. Maxine, for some reason, seems to be that missing little thing that they needed to get really over with the crowd. I don't know why that is, but that seems to be the case.
Mm-hmm. I'm with it.
Let's look at cons. Oh, wrong one.
That's not it.
That's not it.
It's not it. That's the best picture I could get, but this is a drip of the week for me for sure. I like this fit. I know neither of y'all watch anime, but I'm sure that some of our viewers do watch anime. And if you're a One Piece fan, then you'll understand what I'm saying when I say that Cody definitely looked like a Marine from One Piece with this fit. And I don't mean that in a jokey way. Like, I really like this. I really like this fit. All white, and I know we've talked about this before, all white on wrestlers just seems to work really well. We saw it on Jay. It looked great. And Cody, Cody normally wears like white in his gear, but like this one is primarily white.
Primarily white, man.
He just looks like a superhero.
Yeah, it was just like a slight variation on his usual jacket, but for whatever reason, it did stand out. Just a little slight variation.
Yeah, that cape too, which I thought was a nice
touch.
He doesn't really normally wear the cape thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at Nyx.
Yes, sir. This is a very slight drip, but I just thought seeing the three of these guys together and then seeing Dawkins in a suit too is not like I've seen Montez dress up before, but I've never seen Angelo Dawkins dress up.
Seeing him like this as opposed to him wearing fucking the basketball shorts that he wore at his pickup game. Yeah, no, this is
right. Yeah, exactly. So this is nice. This is cool. This is very, like I said, simple, but it was drippy.
Yeah, I wasn't into. I didn't like Bobby's jacket for some reason. There was something about it that was.
It looks weird, bro. It looks almost like a cardigan.
Yeah. It didn't feel like a suit jacket that was fit to him like he is always wearing, So I don't know. It just looked weird, but I get what you're saying, Nick. Like just overall, them as a group, I agree. And it was cool to see Dawkins dressed up and for the Street Profits to be a little bit more serious. So
yeah, a little more polished.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was a confidence thing. It was not necessarily just the fashion as much as it was just the feel of it.
Plus, on top of that, I kind of wanted this version of the Street Profits to be a little less goofy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I think they're going that way.
Evolve a little bit, honestly. I mean, they've been doing this for years now, and, it's time for them to evolve a little bit, I think.
I think they're moving that direction, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think they're like, I see like a little, there's still like a little bit of like, hype in Dawkins, but I think that's kind of like they're kind of like taming that and bringing that in a little bit, and they're gonna turn into something that's gonna be like for real. I mean, they literally went in there and beat up on two different tag teams at the same time and fucked them both up. So that's definitely a different shade of Street Profits.
Yeah,
sure. Let's take a look at my drag.
Satnam Singh.
This goofy ass motherfucker.
Is it time to put Satnam Singh in the Drag Hall of Fame?
I think it is. Yeah. I think it is.
Because We have a Drip Hall of Fame with Seth Rollins and some others. We need to have a Drag Hall of Fame.
I think
Satnam is the inaugural member.
There's nothing that's going to look good on this guy. There's just not. There's not.
This is too big.
What
I'm a big dude.
Like he again. Not only was this outfit terrible, he is just a drag in general for me. When he is on TV, I just hate seeing him. Thinking, man, they're really paying this guy all this money to have like one match every 2-3 months. He doesn't win. I hate giants in wrestling. I've made my point about that, about why. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I don't know. He's just not.
I understand why they're doing it. I just don't think that. Is it really a great investment? Like, you couldn't find a better Indian wrestler? Is he really that popular just because he played basketball a little bit?
Is that really the reason? Just why they have him here? Just because he's
he's in the NBA.
Yeah, he's in the NBA. And they want to get the Indian audience. So guys like this are like huge celebrities there. So that's why every time everybody's like, why are Veer and Sangha still on TV? Because in India they're huge celebrities. We don't give a shit about them, but that's why WWE keeps bringing them back.
Speak for yourself. Veer is near.
Veer is coming.
It's the year of Veer.
I'd suggest that he's already came, and we were all disappointed with it.
Steer clear of Veer.
It's the year of Veer.
I think there's going to be a new lineup next week.
We got a friend named Omar. Shout out Omar, and he's got this little like gag that he's been doing, where he just always will just be like, "Yo, Veer is coming, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that, but Veer is coming." And then when he finally debuted, he's like, in all caps, he's like, "Yes, the year of Veer has begun."
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's take a look at cons.
I
don't know what this was. I don't know what this was.
I didn't even notice that.
That shit pissed me off.
Look, I'm going to be honest. Brian Cage is another guy, much like...
He's a fucking doof, bro.
I just don't like him.
He's a fucking doof.
I don't know what it is, but I just don't like the dude. I don't care about him.
He should have went all in on that Wolverine shit, because that shit was funny.
No.
He should have capitalized on that, bro, because I just don't care about him. And I don't dislike him. I just don't give a fuck, man.
No.
Honestly, generic big guy number 3.
Yeah. And honestly, the fact that he wants to be Wolverine so bad is part of the thing that turns me off to him. Like, it's so dumb. Like, why are you so obsessed with this comic book character that you can't come up with a personality for yourself? Like, your facial hair is fucking dumb. You just look like a goof.
Your hair itself is fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's jacked. Yeah, it is. It's like an awful mohawk. Like, you can be as jacked as you want, be as athletic as you want, but you're still a goof.
Moving on, bro.
I'm just not in.
Moving
not
on.
in on it.
I don't give a fuck about Brian Cage.
No. All right, let's look at Nick's. Oh, okay. I did not look at these photos beforehand.
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, that's
This
was at some sort of Xavier Woods New Day thing, and this is like from a video.
So, is this a recent video? You know, it's supposed to be.
This literally came out like Tuesday, literally.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because they've been doing a lot of like stuff recently.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
The picture on the left.
Yep.
He looks relatively dry. Except on the chest. What is that?
Sure.
What is that?
Baby oil, baby.
He put so. All right, never mind.
Okay, so here you're telling me that this man cut a hole in this shirt to show off them titties, and he didn't oil them up. That's what you're telling me. He oiled them up. We've seen Biggie oil himself up on TV. It's baby oil.
It's the fact that his arm looks dry. His head looks dry.
Well, I mean, I think we're only trying to accentuate one body part right now, Con. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand.
The tiggle bitties.
That's a wild touch. And my next question to you, Big E, big fan, by the way. So this is what you're doing during your time off, during your time away. This is what you're doing.
This is why he's not allowed back on TV. That we have found it out.
Hey, listen.
We figured it out.
Listen. If he's happy, if he's healthy, I guess that's all that matters, huh?
Hey, look at the left photo again, right? Look at Kofi looking like he's about to risk it all.
Nah.
You see them things.
I think maybe he's just, preparing for his next step in life, which is an OnlyFans.
Did he take water and just pour it on his chest?
Probably.
Because the shirt looks wet underneath all that.
It does.
Listen,
I don't know. I really don't. I don't understand what happened here.
As a fuller chested gentleman, I can tell you, titty sweat's the real thing.
From a witness.
And the fact that there's no hair on his chest too, that's a wild touch.
Maybe he naturally doesn't.
Moving on. Moving on. We're not gonna body shame. Moving on.
All right, how do we move on from this? I don't know that we can.
Can't follow that up.
Let's just go to the next slide, huh, fellas?
I feel like we should just look at this for an uncomfortably long amount of time, though.
I don't want to do that.
And we gotta press the button.
Yeah, please.
All right. My MVP.
Really?
Listen,
Really?
I know that everybody hates Ronda and all that good shit, but this package by WWE was phenomenal.
Oh, the
It
package.
was great. The package. It made me interested in a match that I was not interested in. It was so well done. It was so well shot. Both women knocked it out of the park with what they said, with their acting. They both cried. They both made it feel real.
Yeah.
I think WWE needs to do more stuff like this. And for me, if you're taking a match that I don't care about at all, and you make me care about it only, 5 days away, I'm talking to myself right now, which is cool, I guess. I'm alone. But yeah. Let's see what everybody's doing. Oh, hi.
Hello, sorry.
Everybody just left on me. That was cool.
Oh,
Not my
sorry.
fault. Sheila was on the phone. I had to close the door because she was having a very spirited conversation.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that what that was? I did hear it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was saying, but I could hear voices.
Yeah.
Not like Randy Orton. But anyway, yeah, if you can take a match that I'm not interested in at all, and that's only 4 days away, and make me interested in it in like a 2 to 3 minute period, I think that's enough to call it an MVP for me.
I agree.
I'm with you.
Let's look at cons.
Guta.
Yeah.
Guta.
I really don't have much to say other than the fact that I really just want to see him break that record. I want to see him be the longest reigning Intercontinental Championship, get Drew McIntyre the fuck out of here. And he's probably the most dominant wrestler that WWE has on the roster right the fuck now, man.
He was talking his shit on.
I think he's more dominant than Roman. If you want me to keep it all the way of being with you, I think he's more dominant than Roman.
Ooh, that's hot take.
Bruh, Gunther defends his championship. He shows up every week. We see him every week. He's beating someone's ass. He's beating a different ass every week. And yeah, Roman did that for 3 years, but I don't know, bro. I feel like he's more dominant than Roman. Roman is going on to be like top, like to break like the fifth longest record. Gunther's about to break the longest record of all time.
Let me ask you a question, Con.
Let's hear it.
Who's more dominant right now, Gunther or Orange Cassidy?
Oof. That's a good fucking question.
I'm going to say Orange Cassidy because every week Orange Cassidy is defending that championship.
That's true. It's always every week OC's
Every
out
week
there.
they're defending it. So I'm going to roll with OC.
Okay.
Bro, I miss when OC was doing those random triple threats. That was my favorite time of his reign because he would just pick two people and just like, all right, we're doing this, and then it was so fun.
Yeah.
It was so Orange Cassidy. That was just like, oh man, I miss that shit. He did like 5 times too.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Actually, you know what? Let me walk that back.
Okay.
Although Orange Cassidy defends his championship every week, I can think of a few guys I could see taking that belt off of Orange Cassidy. I can't picture anybody. I can't think of anybody who can take that belt off of Gunther.
That's a good
So
point.
I think off that, I'm gonna give it to Gunther.
Okay.
I think of like who's been more dominant. It's been Orange Cassidy, but like who will be more dominant? It's definitely Gunther.
Now let me ask you a counter question.
Wait. Let's talk about your point though, Con. You say that, but how many times has Orange Cassidy defended and we went, this is it? Where we thought, this is it. He's getting beat here. This person is going to beat him. And then he wins.
Personally for me, I haven't gotten that yet.
No? Okay.
Not really. Because I don't know. Every match that I watch, I always kind of just assume like, yeah, he's gonna win, but it's gonna be a really, really good match. But what was I about to say? I was about to make a really good point. But yeah, so far I haven't really gotten that vibe. Now, I do think that the one person right now that is kind of popped up on his radar that can take it from him, I think it's Mox.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, to answer that question, I can't really think of anyone to beat Orange Cassidy, but I know for a fact I really thought Sheamus was going to beat Gunther at WrestleMania. So that's just like if I'm going 1-0, like I don't know if I really thought there was anyone really beating Orange Cassidy. I can't really think of all the people he's fucking faced. But when it came to Gunther, like he faced Sheamus, and I was like, this might be it, just because of everything. But I don't know.
I definitely thought Orange Cassidy was going to drop it to Swerve. I did think that was it. I thought he was going to lose it. But
I know how the company is like kind of dealing with Swerve, and I just feel like that was not going to happen.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate, but it's what it is.
Let's take a look at Nyx.
Yes, sir. Despite losing 20 seconds later.
And her gear was fire.
Gear was fire.
Her gear was hard.
And she made it herself.
She sure did.
It's always an added bonus. You know what? Bianca Belair should be in the drip of the Drip Hall of Fame.
I think so too.
Oh yeah, I'd agree with that
for sure.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
So we should do that. I
fucking love Bianca.
Yeah.
I don't care. Y'all can say other people might sit there and say that they're sick of her or tired of this.
I'm not.
Her character. I'm not. I love Bianca Belair.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I love her too. I think just from our show, the fact that we didn't even give her a chance in this match, right?
Oh yeah, we all counted her out.
We all counted her out, right? And maybe not like, oh, she's not gonna win. It was more like no, Asuka's gonna win or Charlotte's gonna win. That's how we felt.
I think based off of the scenarios in our heads that we kind of were
Exactly.
thinking about is why we didn't expect Bianca to have it. Because I mean, when I sat here and said I think that Charlotte's gonna win it and that Io's gonna cash in on her, I didn't even consider that Io could do the same thing to Bianca. I didn't consider that she could do that to anybody who won that match.
Literally. So we all counted her out, right? And then she gets in there. She goes with the Queen and the Empress.
The Queen.
And she gets injured and she almost leaves, and then she comes back, and then she literally didn't she pin somebody while she was putting somebody else in a leg lock or something like that, and now it went.
Charlotte had her in the figure 8 or in the figure 4, and then she grabbed Asuka in a pin while she was in the figure 4.
Did that, and then had to deal with Io Sky at the end of it. And then also too, just looking at her from the company standpoint, the fact that she's so established now, where she can lose the title in 30 seconds, and none of us look at that as a blemish on her. Right. It speaks to so much of how established she is.
No one's gonna sit here. Nobody who thinks logically is gonna sit here and say that Bianca got buried last night, because that's not.
No. Bianca's gonna go on to do fucking amazing things after this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got a hot take here, fellas.
Let's hear it.
Bianca Belair is better than Charlotte.
Woo.
I'm listening. Hold on. I'm listening. Go on.
Listen, I am not a Charlotte hater, but I truly do believe that WWE has gaslit fans into believing that she is the best women's wrestler who has ever lived. And I don't believe that at all. And when I'm comparing these two, to me, Bianca has just as much star power, just as much charisma. She can talk. I would say she talks better than Charlotte.
I
would say so too.
Yeah, I'm probably too.
I'm giving the edge to Bianca.
As far as I'm concerned, Bianca Belair is better in ring than Charlotte Flair. I cannot tell you how many times, like Nick said earlier, and it's not like I'm sitting there looking for him, but I cannot tell you how many times Charlotte Flair has blown a spot in a match, and it was obvious, and it is a lot. I cannot say that for Bianca. Bianca goes out, has great matches. I never see her blow a spot. She can do all of it. She can do the power stuff. She can high fly if you want. She's going to actually hit the 450 instead of overshooting it, like Charlotte does every fucking time she does.
I'll say that Bianca has more of a personality than Charlotte.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm a Charlotte fan now. Y'all know I love me the Queen. But that was also, and I said this last night to Nick, I'm down for the idea of them exploring a Charlotte Flair, like a full-fledged Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair feud. I don't know if they're gonna ever give us, that, in the future. I don't know if that's in the works, but I hope it is, because I'm really interested in them exploring that. Just for the reason that you said, Hambone, because I think that, despite the fact that Bianca and Charlotte, got there at different times and have, Charlotte's been there longer than Bianca, I do think that just athletically, I do think that they're neck and neck. And I definitely want to see that. Like, I'm down for them to give us that story.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be down to see it. I think that right now, honestly, with all this happening, would probably be the perfect time to do it, because I don't think that feud needs a title.
No.
You could just have two of the best athletes in the women's division decide that, hey, we need, what I'd like to see? We've never seen this before, I don't think, in WWE. I'd like to see Charlotte and Bianca, no title involved, best of 7 series.
Ooh. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Have we ever seen a best of 7 or best of 5 with women? I don't feel like we have. And if anybody could do it, it would be these two women.
Have we seen a best of 7 in WWE at all?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
That's how the bar formed, was Sheamus and Cesaro did that.
Oh, I forgot about that. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we did see that. Okay.
Yeah. There have been others, but that one pops out at me. That's probably the last time we've seen one, and that was 6-7 years ago. So it's been a while.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was
a
while.
Was 6-7 years ago?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so I would definitely like when the Bucks, when the Elite and was it Death Triangle, when they did it, that was the first time I ever seen anything like that. Yeah. So that was very new to me.
The Bar did that with, was it the New Day?
Oh, I don't know. Did they do a best of 7 series against the New Day? I think that sounds familiar. You might be right about that. Yeah, you might be right about that.
I don't remember. All right. What else we got?
All right, let's take a look at my flashback.
The Mouth of the South.
Jimmy Hart always had, for every single person that he managed, he had a custom airbrushed blazer, and they were always fire. But I especially love this Money Inc. one. With them on the back, the green. Jimmy Hart is the epitome of drip. I don't care what anybody says. Look at this man. Look at that mullet. Look at that glorious mullet.
That bow tie is wacky.
That is. It's a dollar bill.
It's an actual dollar.
Wow. See what I'm saying? I'd go so far as to say that Jimmy Hart is money. No?
The Mouth in the South.
I'm with you.
No? Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm here with you, brother.
I was expecting a bigger laugh on that one, but all right. Just move on to cons, I guess.
Hold on, bro. Can I just say real quick before we get into that?
Sure.
I think it's really funny when people do that. me and Nick, we used to have this guy we used to hang out with. I think I might have told y'all about him on the show before. But like, he was really fucking funny. And one time he made a joke. I think it was around me and Sheila. He made a joke, and nobody laughed, and it went quiet for a second. And you just hear him go. You hear him go. I'm funny, bro. I'm fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I was fucking tickled pink by what I said, but you know, whatever.
All right.
Tickled pink.
But all right, whatever. Oh man. All right, let's get into it.
My favorite thing to do now is when people say a joke and like they think it's really funny. I'm like, I don't get it.
Explain why it's funny.
Wait, what?
Talk about it.
Team 3D. This isn't the Dudleys. This isn't Bubba Ray and Devon. This is Brother Ray. This is Brother Devon. This is pre-Bully Ray. But yeah, this is a cool picture, man. I will wholeheartedly argue with anybody that the Dudley Boys are the greatest tag team of all time. And I think they have the accolades to prove it.
Sure.
But I always love seeing pictures of just wrestlers holding mad gold. Like the picture of Kurt Angle holding all the TNA belts. I think at one point, I think Austin Aries might have had a photo like that. But
Kenny Omega, FTR,
Ultimate Dragon, I think is the original.
Yeah. These pictures are always like cheat code ass photos, man. So this was a fun time because they were like in New Japan. They were all over the place. So yeah, Team 3D is my flashback fit of the week.
So is
Take a look at next.
The Queen.
She's very angelic.
What was that?
Very angelic in this photo.
Try to look good.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I like it a lot.
Really Charlotte's always got great gear. Never gonna see something corny out of her. It always
extra flashy.
Yeah, sure.
Very sequenced.
Yeah.
Yeah, me like it.
It's like a peacock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what, she's taking that from her father, right? Being a peacock, showing off. That was the whole point. She's giving that off. All right, so what was that? I'm going to preface this by saying, if you're really asking me what was that was, it's Jimmy at SummerSlam. But seeing as we already went over that, I decided to go with something else so we could discuss.
Sure. Is that Hikaru Shida?
Who is that?
Why did she win?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Why did she win this?
Yeah,
I don't get what the point of this was. Toni Storm doing great as women's champion, having a much better run than her first one, and I feel like they were finally getting the Outcast kind of on track with her win, with her title reign, and then we give Hikaru Shida the belt after she won one match. What has Hikaru Shida done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel about this.
But Hambone, you're forgetting she's a former champion.
I don't care.
But Hambone. She's a former champion.
But she's a Joshi, so clearly she deserves it.
But she's a former champion. At one point, she held that belt one time.
Yeah.
So that's why she deserves it again.
I don't care.
That's how AEW does.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care. I don't care about Hikaru Shida right now. They have given me no reason to care about her. She was gone for a very long time, and she's done nothing of note since she came back.
Her and the other girl that had the AEW World Champion, I do not care for either of those girls. I can't remember her fucking name. Huh?
Riho?
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. The fact that Riho is the first women's champion is fucking stupid.
It's wild. Whatever. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like. We never see these people.
Because of let's be honest. It's because of Kenny's influence. Because him and Riho wrestled together when she was like 8 or something, and Kenny loves Kenny loves Japanese wrestling. He brought the Joshis in, and that's why we got that. Let's be honest. No other reason. Con, what are you eating this week?
Ranch Doritos.
A Ninja Turtle. Let me finish. A Ninja Turtle inspired pepperoni slice. Pizza Hut is doing a deal because they've released the Ninja Turtles movie, and I got it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You got a big New Yorker?
I got a big New Yorker.
You got a big New Yorker? Okay. So here's the thing.
With the bed?
Because I live in New York and we have the best pizza that there is, obviously. So usually 99% of the time, if we're getting pizza, we're getting it from like a pizza shop, like a family owned one or whatever, right? But
mom and pop type shit.
Yeah. But every now and then, my wife and I go, you know what I want? I have a craving for some shitty pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And when I want shitty pizza, it's Pizza Hut. Don't come at me with no Little Caesars or Domino's. It's Pizza Hut. I want that buttery crust. I want that sauce, that buttery crust.
Now let me cut you off and ask you a question. Let me ask you a question as someone who's not from New York, to a New Yorker. What would a New Yorker? How does a New Yorker classify a pizza as a shitty pizza?
Oh, good question.
So I think for us, it's just, since we live here and we have access to good fresh made pizza at all times, it's basically anything that is a franchise, anything that is commercial, anything that comes out of a freezer, we're going to go at that's shitty pizza,
What about those makes it shitty though?
I just think that in general, I think that that's just really the rule of thumb when it comes to food, don't you think? You can sit there and say every now and then that you have a craving for a fast food burger. But if you got one from a mom and pop that was fresh made, it's probably better. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
I mean, that's kind of what I look at, like Pizza Hut and Domino's. That's fast food pizza. That's what it is. Fast food is generally not as good as fresh made. Every now and then, though, you get that craving for it and you want it.
Pizza Hut, Domino's, or Papa John's? Which one are y'all picking?
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut, probably. I like stuffed crust. I'm a stuffed crust kind of guy.
You're a stuffed crust slut.
Absolutely.
As much as I fuck with Pizza Hut,
mm-hmm.
I'm a rock with Papa John's.
Ooh, that's interesting. Papa John's, they get that little garlic.
I like their dough. I do. I like the dough. I like their sauce. I like the cheese to dough ratio on their pizza, and the garlic. They put in there is a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little pepper they put in there too.
I like that too.
I be eating that shit.
I like that too.
They would be my next choice.
Yeah.
I think that Little Caesars would probably be at the bottom for me, and then Domino's is right there in the middle.
I don't hate Little Caesars, but I don't get it all the time.
Little Caesars is cheap and convenient.
It's
cheap and convenient. It's the McDonald's of pizzas, and I don't got a problem with it. It's just it's just what it is.
Yeah. If I just really crave pizza for some reason, or that fucking crazy bread they got, which is really good.
Me and Nick used to get a lot of Little Caesars.
We did.
Yeah.
We used to eat really shitty, dog.
Yeah.
There's times and you'll hear this, if you ever come up here, there are times where a lot of locals will say we have gas station pizza that's better than like a commercial pizza sometimes.
I believe it.
There's literally gas stations around here where I would go and get a pizza from because they make it
listen, good. Do y'all have? I don't know because I'm just asking. This is the first time I've seen it. We have a gas station in Florida called Racetrack, and I don't know if that's like I don't know if that's like a Florida thing or
I think it's a Southern thing.
Maybe,
probably.
Because they're in Southern Virginia.
But are they?
Yeah, there's if you really start traveling, you'll see them.
So Racetrack has like a pizza bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we've tried them yet, but I've seen the pizzas there, and them pizzas look sexy, bro.
Mm.
Them pizzas look sexy. I ain't gonna bullshit. It smells good when you walk in there. They just put a fresh pie out there.
We don't have a Racetrack here, but we do have a gas station called Speedway.
We have Speedway.
I think we have Speedway, yeah.
Yep.
Kind of has banging pizza. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Which gas station? And I know we're taking a side quest here in the wrestling.
We are.
Which gas stations have the best food?
Are we considering Wawa gas station?
Does New York have Wawa?
We don't.
Oh damn!
We don't.
Yo, sheets up there.
I've been to one going through states.
So what does New York have?
So we have Speedway. We have Circle K.
We got Circle K. We got Circle
We
K.
have Mobile. And then there's a small franchise that's up here called Stewart Shops. Stewart Shops has banging food, and not only do they have banging food, but they're also a very good place to work because the employees own the company and get stock options, and they get retirement from a gas station. So
that's fucking cool.
So Florida has Circle K, Wawa, and Love's.
Loves.
And I know VA has like Wawa's big in VA, at least in Northern Virginia. Wawa, Sheets.
Oh yeah,
Sheets, bro.
We don't have Sheets, but I've been.
Love Sheets, dude.
Love Sheets.
We have Valero up here.
Right,
Royal
cool.
Farms is down here now.
Royal Farms is the shit. Their chicken is fucking fire.
Bro, some of the best chicken ever.
But between Wawa and Sheets, well, I guess let me speak for where I'm at right now. Racetrack might have it in terms of the food.
Okay.
Racetrack might be it.
I gotta come down there and get some racetrack food then when we're down there.
Racetrack might be it. I think Racetrack would be our. I ain't gonna say it's our Wawa equivalent because we have Wawa, but
yeah.
I think Racetrack has a wider variety.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm not. Let me not even say that shit. There's a lot of alternatives. Okay. I don't think you can get pizza at Wawa.
No.
And Racetrack, like, I don't know, Racetrack just has a bunch of shit that you wouldn't necessarily see at a Wawa. I guess it's like the same thing like with Sheets too, because Sheets.
Sheets have a lot of
Wawa doesn't have, Sheets has, and vice versa.
Yeah, for sure.
Only difference is that Sheets takes fucking forever to make your food. But
bro, that made to order shit isn't like they really be making that shit like they you get your order and then they wait 10 minutes and then they start making your food.
Oh, dude.
Like it's fucking obnoxious.
I used to suck. We used to come back from shows, and I remember one time me and Sheila were at a show, and we were going to our friend Alex and Joe's house. That was where everyone was hanging out at after the show. And we stopped at Sheets, and it's late, especially at night. Do you not order fucking food at Sheets? Because although the food is fire, it will take forever at night specifically.
It's always worth it. It's always worth it.
But goddamn, it's late, dude. So we got these sandwiches. And halfway into us like ordering the sandwiches because we knew it was going to take a minute, we're like, all right, we probably got like 10 more minutes before they make this. We get a call from these annoying ass friends. Well, we used to hang out with them. It was fucking stupid ass Beth and her boyfriend. And she was like, yeah, can y'all get us a sandwich? And we were like, what the fucking get it yourself. They were like, oh, we can't fucking get it. So we were like at Sheets for like an extra 40 fucking minutes.
Oh, nah.
So that's the only downside to Sheets is that they take forever to make their food. But if you're asking me, if I'm in Virginia, I'm probably going to go to Wawa. Down here, I'm going to go to Racetrack. Circle K is convenient. Circle K is convenient.
Yeah.
Royal Farms right now is my shit, dog.
Yeah, Royal Farms got that.
Royal Farms.
That chicken is a fucking deal breaker, bro.
Royal Farms has all day breakfast, and you already know I'm a big breakfast guy.
Their breakfast is fire.
Their breakfast is fucking fire, and they got
fire.
And you can get like their potatoes are like basically just like the cut up potatoes. The wedges, yeah, they're just wedges. Fucking fire. Their chicken immaculate, and then they have this chicken salad too that's just made from the chicken. So
not bad.
Good.
Not
that's
bad.
my shit, dude. Yeah, Roy, and they have this this point system on this little app or whatever. I got like 10,000 points on Royal Farms right now because I just be going, just racking them up.
Oh, bro, at Jersey Mike's, me and Sheila are like we're like the 1%ers.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
What a weird side quest we just went on.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish up. Let's look at cons. What was that?
We already talked about it.
We talked about
it. It was just I still don't get that, but I mean,
this photo is wild though.
Yeah, it is wild.
Look at Brock right there. Yo, so speaking of that though, did anybody else feel that Brock looked extra jacked last night, or was that just me?
He did.
Nah, it definitely looked like he's been putting in a couple overtime hours.
Yeah.
It
looked like he leaned out a little bit or something. I don't know. He just seemed more defined than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm with you.
Let's look at Knicks.
What was?
I love it and I hate it at the same time.
Help me understand.
I
yeah.
did not fucking like the song choice for their package.
Okay. Gotcha.
I don't
Okay.
care what the lyrics of the song are. Okay, I don't care what the song's about. This did not fit this fucking feud.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I don't care what you say about the song, why you like the song, why you date the song. It don't matter. This song did not match. They
I
put
agree.
the song over some Bloodline shit, and I'm with you. I am with you. But this song is too emotional for this setup feud that we got 3 months ago. We have no idea why these two don't like each other, besides the fact that they just don't like each other.
Yeah,
so you're giving me this very emotional ass song for this very emotional ass
For a
package.
feud that has no emotion.
What?
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah.
The Starbucks Panera Bread crowd really like this song.
Yeah, bro. Y'all can keep that shit, bro. I don't. Nah, that was a weird fucking choice, dude. Like it should have been some type of hype song or something a little more. Like there was no what is the emotion here?
Yeah.
The emotion was at the end of the match when Brock
Agreed.
fucking threw his arm up and like fucking gave him a handshake and all that shit. That was the most emotional part of this entire feud.
Yeah. Yep.
And they showed that package 3 different times: Raw, SmackDown, and at SummerSlam. And I had to hear it every single time.
Yeah.
And I had to see all you idiots tell me how fucking know the song, the lyrics, all that. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I told you already. I said the same thing. I made a TikTok video. I got a goofy ass lecture. Again by the Panera Bread Starbucks crowd.
Pumpkin spice crowd. We don't care about your song.
The pumpkin spice crowd did not like that I said that, but like
we don't care about your TikTok song.
That song was made for y'all, so I could see why y'all would enjoy that song. I could see why you would have an issue with somebody saying anything less than flattering about the song. But I think Nick said it best. That song wasn't it.
Yeah, I agree.
The pumpkin spice crowd.
Yeah, bro.
boy.
Listen, I'm not afraid of y'all wrestle talkers, IWC people, bro. I don't give a fuck about y'all's feelings. I don't give a fuck about y'all's feelings. Half of y'all's content, 90% of y'all's content is ass. Just because you like wrestling doesn't mean you're good at fucking TikTok.
Not the sip.
I don't care, bro. I fucking don't care.
Not the sip.
Bro, when I first got onto this podcast, I followed every single one of these people that talked about wrestling. And then I found out that 90% of y'all don't know how to make TikToks, don't know how to make content, don't know how to speak, and have stupid-ass opinions.
Not to mention a lot of y'all are
Y'all are weird, bro. Y'all are fucking weird.
Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of y'all I love. Johnny and Marissa.
Love Johnny. Love Marissa.
That whole Brittany. Brittany's fucking great. I love guys like Brittany. Who else? Laugh Not Famous. I think Laugh Not Famous is really funny. Love guys like that, but a lot of y'all are fucking weirdos, man.
A girl named Alyssa is really cool. She makes cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of another. Luna. Luna's really cool.
Luna.
But the rest of y'all.
Ray. I love Ray, bro. She is hilarious.
All the people. Dad Hat's cool. B-Roll's cool. XL. Yep. All them guys. Those are cool too. Y'all are cool too. But like the rest of y'all can go away and shut up.
Yeah, I'm good.
Extreme League Wrestling. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Clowns out here on the clock out. I ain't worried about them.
I'm good on them. I'm good on most of y'all.
Y'all are not bridges, so I'm not burning no bridges. I don't give a fuck about y'all bridges.
Yeah. Well said.
Well, on that note,
Hambone
we love you
all.
all.
Bridges.
I know you're burning my bridges for me.
Hambone's cool with all y'all, and I'm not.
I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, there's one I'm not cool with.
I'm cool with. I mean, none of these people give a shit about me. But if you're watching this, and
black and white guy, and by that I don't mean race.
He's not mixed.
Anyway,
I see what you did there.
Well,
all right. All right. Are you guys done?
I'm good.
Burning my bridges for me.
Rootless Coffee.
Rootless Coffee. Slim Jim. Prime.
Really? Hey, literally, let's just shout out Rootless Coffee just real quick anyway, just for the sake of it, and then just because for shits, for laughs, for giggles, just say we don't have to go through the whole spiel. Just say Rootless Coffee at the end, and then that's it. That's our sign off.
That's our sign off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week at 7. Rootless Coffee.
See ya.